Welcome to Lesson 12 of our first 50 Linux commands. Today we're meeting mkdir, the partner of Touch. If Touch makes files, mkdir makes their homes. Picture our friend Tom. He needs 6 folders for a new app project, some nested inside others, and he's on a server with no graphical interface to click around in. He needs a command that just creates folders, empty, ready, and safe. That's mkdir, short for make directory, and you'll reach for it thousands of times. So what exactly does mkdir do? It builds empty folders. That's it. You give it a name and it creates the container. Just like Touch, it stays silent when it succeeds. It'll happily take multiple names at once. mkdir ABC gives you 3 folders in one shot, and it refuses to overwrite anything that already exists. Think of it as putting up a fresh shelf, empty for now but ready for you to fill with files. Folders plus files equals a project, and that's the start of everything you'll build in Linux. Alright, let's actually try it. Type mkdir, a space, then the name you want. Here we're making one called Documents. Hit enter and just like Touch, nothing happens visibly. That's silence is success. To see your new folder, run ls with the F flag. That little -f tells ls to add a slash after folder names, so document shows up as document/, clearly marking it as a directory rather than a file. Now here's where mkdir gets a real superpower. By default, it can only build one folder at a time, so if you need something deep like src/components/buttons/primary, you'd be running mkdir 4 separate times. Painful, right? Add the P flag and mkdir happily builds the whole chain in one shot. Even better, it won't complain if some of those folders already exist, so it's safe to rerun any time. So let's pull it all together with 3 patterns you'll reach for again and again. First, just mkdir followed by a name, 1 folder, done, and honestly that's 90% of what beginners need. Second, mkdir with several names in a row, exactly like Touch handles files. Quick way to scaffold a few folders at once. And third, mkdir p with a /separated path, building the whole nested structure in one go. And here's a little bit of magic to look forward to. Combine p with brace expansion, like src/openbrace API, web, CLI, and you'll create 3 nested paths at once. We'll unlock that trick later. Now let's see this in action with a real story. Meet Mia. She's spinning up a new Python web app and wants a clean folder layout from the start. Step 1, she creates the project root with mkdir mywebapp and steps into it. Step 2 is where the magic happens. mkdir psrc/openbrace API, models close brace, then tests/unit, then docs. 1 line. And step 3, she runs tree d to verify, and there it is. 6 folders, 3 levels deep, all from a single command. Now, before you get too excited and start building deep folder trees, let's talk about the single most common mkdir mistake, and you will hit it. Try mkdir src components when src doesn't exist yet, and Linux pushes back, no such file or directory. That's mkdir being strict on purpose. It won't quietly create parents you didn't ask for. The fix? Just add p. mkdir psrct components builds every missing folder along the way, and as a bonus it's idempotent. Run it twice, no error. Honestly, when in doubt, always reach for p. The downside is 0. Now here's where mkdir really shines. It almost never works alone. Pair it with Touch, and you've got the bootstrap combo. Make the folder, drop in your starter files. Pair it with cd using double ampersand, and you create a folder and step right into it in one move, only entering if mkdir actually succeeded. And pair it with tree after a p-deep build, and you instantly see the structure you just created. Folder plus files, make and enter, make and verify. 3 patterns you'll run thousands of times. Alright, your turn. 3 tiny exercises, about 3 minutes total. First, hop into a safe spot like downloads or a temp folder, then try mkdir test folder and run ls to confirm it landed. Next, mkdir abcd, 4 folders in one shot, the bootstrap trick. And finally, mkdir, p deep inside folders, then run tree to see your nested structure come to life. Go ahead, try all 3. I'll be right here when you get back. And just like that, Lesson 12 is in the books. You've now got Touch and mkdir working side by side, files and folders, flat or nested, whatever shape your project needs. From here we shift gears. The next 3 lessons work with things that already exist. Up next is CP, the safe way to copy files and make backups without ever touching the original. See you in Lesson 13.